I think maybe a couple of possessions of man defense. So that, makes you have to work and attack gaps. And I thought Joy came in and did a really nice job of finding cutters and post players at the rim early. We shot the ball well. I think we were shooting 50% from three at half, ended up 40 for the game. And this group, I think it's hard to zone this group because we've got a lot of options and a lot of versatility, and we've just got to make sure we get them in the right spots. And I thought they did a great job of moving the basketball, sharing the basketball. We're very unselfish, and I thought we probably had about 3 turnovers there at the end where we were trying to make one too many passes instead of just taking the easy shot that we had. But 26 assists on 30 made baskets, that's pretty good.
Mm-hmm. This is the 4-1 for the Lady Texters to start conference play. It's the best start in Conference USA for the Lady Texters. What has been kind of just the feel of this team so far?
Yeah, I think it starts with the approach of our starting perimeter. I think Paris, G, and Lex have been have had a very mature approach to how they come to practice and show up every day for their team, as teammates, as leaders, as using their voice with their energy. They're just consistent, and I think that's really set the tone for our group. I've been so proud of them with that, and I think that's really helped this group find some steady presence in that. We're still young. Everybody forgets that everybody except for G that plays a lot of minutes is a first or second year player in our program. And that's kind of crazy when you think about it. But that group has grown up a lot early, and we've put a lot on them. But they went through some battles last year, and, we're, a fourth of the way through conference play. We got 13 more to go, and that's a lot of games left, and a lot can happen. But I am pleased with the progress we're making.
This team made a lot of shots hard at the rim or around the basket. How much of that is factored into just being in sync defensively?
Yeah, I thought the first half we were really solid with that, and it starts with our ball pressure. You go back to that perimeter. I thought, G, Lex, Paris, Joy, they all did a great job of getting up, pressuring the ball, making their perimeters uncomfortable. It takes away passing lanes and angles to enter to the post, to not even allow it to get there. And then I thought we did a solid job of on drives, just walling up, making them miss shots and not fouling. And, we gave up some offensive rebounds where we got to finish possessions on those. But for the most part, I think it starts with your perimeter defense, and then as we continue to grow and get better on the interior defensively of not allowing them to get to their spots where they want to get, we'll continue to grow with that. But proud of that. Like, we're still, we gave up 53% in the third and fourth quarter, and that's not good enough. And I'm going to continue to pick on it and harp on it until we get it figured out. But 44 for the game. Our goal is to keep them below 40. And I think we gave up too many points today trading baskets. But we'll go back and watch the film. I really like that first half defensive effort, though.
Obviously, this team is taking its bumps along the way, but right now they're clicking at the right moment. How does it feel to be at this point of the season, knowing you're playing your best basketball right now?
Yeah, we want to be playing our best basketball in February and March, so we've got a long way to go. And I still don't think, we have these moments where we'll get up 10, 12, 15, and then we have 3 possessions where we just waste an offensive possession or give up something easy defensively. And as a coach, I know that when you're in a 1 or 2 possession game, which most of these conference games are going to be, especially when you're on the road, you've got to be able to handle that and make sure that we're focused in those moments where you can't have back-to-back bad possessions. You've got to be able to get to the next possession and have something positive happen. We talk a lot with this group about positive discontent and what that means, and for us, not being satisfied. Like, if we get to the end of the year, no one's going to care that you were 4-1 to start conference play. We certainly aren't. We want to know that we're continually getting better and that we're going to be at our best at the most important time, playing meaningful basketball in March. And you can't do that if you're satisfied. You got to show up to work every day and do the work. Show up and do the work and just fall in love with the monotony of that. And I think that's hard because that's consistency. And we as humans don't like consistency because it gets boring, and especially this generation, they're on to the next thing quickly, and we've got to help them focus on, hey, what's our job today? How do we get better as a teammate? How do I help my group get better? And this group so far has done a really good job of that, and we're going to continue to hammer that home. And don't be satisfied. Be happy and celebrate it. Winning is hard. Don't want them to ever take that for granted. but we can't be satisfied with that. We've got to have a little discontent of going, hey, I know we can do this better, or we can do this better, but also celebrate the fact that you are 4-1, you are off to a good start. Now we come back to work on Monday. This group needs a day off, a much-needed day off tomorrow. We've had 3 games this week. We've had long travel last week and 2 hard games this week, and we've got 2 hard games next week. So tonight's recovery and tomorrow's recovery is really big.
And Thompson, obviously, fill the stat sheet up today. How impactful is it for her, gain confidence?
We need that, she brings a different dimension, with Avery and Jordan and Isla. Like, she can play inside out. She started to shoot the 3 better. She's capable of that. Her numbers just haven't shown that throughout non-conference, but she's really finding her footing. She can guard, on the interior, on the exterior. She can pass. I mean, she gets 5 assists today, and I think she's really good against the zone. Where she's most effective, and you don't ever see it in a stat sheet, but her cutting and her screening, she does a great job of getting teammates open. Just a very selfless player, and we're seeing just a scratch of the surface of what she can be, and I get really excited thinking about how she's going to continue to impact this group and what level it takes us to when we get her fully going.
You mentioned it a few times. You have a pretty huge road trip coming up at Missouri State and at FIU. This team's been traveling. This team's played a lot of games. What is the prep work going to look like, and can we get like a scouting report for what the plan is?
Yeah, I think it's huge for us to rest, recover tonight. With an early game, you get kind of an extra few hours today, and then tomorrow, important for them to sleep and refuel and all that. Staff will have our work done. So when we come in on Monday for practice time, no class on Monday for celebrating Dr. King's holiday, we'll make sure that we're prepped, ready to go. At this point in the year, you can't spend 2.5, 3 hours on the court in practice. You've got to be really sharp in film and your teaching. We've got to be great with our efficiency and getting them in the correct spots, and then they've got to prepare a lot with their film. Tuesday we'll practice again. Wednesday we'll practice and then head up to Missouri State. And both Monday we'll work on a little bit of both opponents for the week without kind of telling them exactly what it is, but just work on some actions and some certain things offensively and defensively that we can expect to prepare for and see for the week. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, we'll start honing in more towards Missouri State, and then it's a quick turnaround for Saturday at FIU.
Thank you, Coach.
Absolutely. Thanks, guys. Appreciate it.